If you're hunting for a car stereo to upgrade your ride, you might have come across the Pioneer MVH-S322BT, promising wireless Bluetooth connectivity, crisp sound, and a sleek modern interface. But here's what surprised me. It's not all smooth sailing with this unit. Despite its 4.6-star rating and feature-packed description, the MVH-S322BT has some quirks and issues that could seriously impact your in-car experience. Stay tuned because today I'm diving deep into these hidden problems that most reviewers don't mention and why you might want to think twice before clicking buy. You'll learn what works, what doesn't, and who this deck is really for, so buckle up for an honest, no-fluff review. Let's start by setting the scene. Say you're a daily commuter craving hands-free calls and seamless media playback, or maybe just an audiophile wanting the best bang for your buck in mid-range car stereos. At $129.99, Pioneer's MVH-S322BT seems like a solid choice on paper. It boasts Bluetooth calling, USB and auxiliary inputs, compatibility with common audio formats like MP3, WMA, AAC, and WAV, plus the cheekily named Advanced Sound Retriever technology designed to breathe life back into compressed files. Not to mention the Pioneer Smart Sync app, which promises to expand your control and functionality through your smartphone. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the kicker. The reality doesn't quite match up. First, let's talk about Bluetooth. The marketing claims seamless wireless connectivity and hands-free calling, ideal for keeping your eyes on the road. However, many users report connection dropouts and intermittent freezing when paired with certain smartphone models, especially Android devices. Picture this. You're cruising down the highway trying to make a quick call, and suddenly your stereo glitches out or the call cuts abruptly mid-conversation. Not exactly the hands-free nirvana Pioneer promises. The Bluetooth connection can be somewhat finicky, disconnecting more often than it should, which is frustrating when safety is on the line. Here's a question. Why does a brand like Pioneer struggle with a pretty basic feature in 2024? The answer seems to lie in the outdated Bluetooth version and inconsistent software updates. While Pioneer does have the Smart Sync app to enhance your experience, the app itself gets mixed reviews. It's not always intuitive or stable, sometimes crashing or failing to connect properly. For drivers who want to rely on voice control through their phones, this is a deal breaker. You might think you're buying a cutting-edge system, but instead get a tech headache. Now, moving on from connectivity, let's talk audio quality, which is often the make or break factor in any stereo system. Pioneer's Advanced Sound Retriever technology is supposed to restore detail lost from compression, offering richer, clearer sound. In theory, this sounds fantastic if you mostly listen to compressed tracks from streaming services or MP3s ripped from old CDs. But in practice, reviewers have pointed out that while it does improve clarity somewhat, it doesn't work miracles. The sound remains somewhat flat and not particularly dynamic compared to more expensive competitors or even some older models from Pioneer. And here's a little joke for you. Why did the stereo join the gym? To improve its sound biceps. Well, the MVH-S322BT tried but didn't quite bulk up enough. Audiophiles might find the bass lacking, and mids and highs occasionally muddy, especially at higher volumes. The equalizer settings are basic, missing advanced options for fine-tuning your listening experience. Audiophiles beware. This is a budget-friendly digital receiver, not a concert hall in your car. A surprising pain point comes with the physical unit itself, the detachable faceplate. The idea is great. Remove it to prevent theft, a standard security feature in many car stereos. However, many users have complained about the faceplate's build quality. It feels flimsy, and the buttons can stick or fail over time. Imagine you take off the faceplate while leaving your car, only to struggle putting it back in because the buttons won't respond. Talk about adding insult to injury. It's like the stereo tried to help you avoid theft but ended up causing a different kind of headache instead. At this point, some of you might be wondering, well, if it's got these cons, what sets it apart to still earn that respectable 4.6-star rating? Here's the twist. The MVH-S322BT shines brightest in offering extensive compatibility for various media formats and inputs. It supports USB drives, auxiliary inputs, and a wide range of audio files, meaning it caters well to users who have diverse music collections stored in different formats. The MIXDRAX feature is a fun bonus too, using DJ-style transitions that keep your playlist seamless rather than jarring. It's a great little perk if you like continuous, party-style music while driving. Also, consider its price point. At roughly $130, this receiver is affordable compared to the more feature-rich and pricier head units on the market. For budget-conscious buyers who want decent sound and connectivity without emptying their wallets, the MVH-S322BT can still hold appeal. Just temper your expectations and be prepared for the occasional hiccup that might arise from this compromise. Now here's a mini promise. Stick with me because coming up, we'll cover alternatives you might want to consider if the MVH-S322BT feels like it might leave you stranded mid-call or fed up with repeated reconnections. Plus, I'll share pro tips on making the most of what you do get if you decide to go with it anyway. But first, let's talk about the user interface and controls. The MVH-S322BT offers a single-DIN digital media receiver with a decent-sized color LCD display. While the interface is clean and mostly straightforward, navigational lag and delayed responsiveness are common complaints. If you're someone who prefers smooth, snappy controls, tap buttons on the screen, easily switching tracks or toggling features, you might feel a bit frustrated. Remember the old saying, patience is a virtue. Well, after repeated delays during switching tracks, your patience might run out faster than your playlist. Another gripe is the lack of smartphone integration beyond simple Bluetooth and the Pioneer Smart Sync app, which itself isn't a game changer. Unlike head units that support Apple CarPlay or Android Auto natively, this unit falls short for users wanting mirror screen functionality or deeper app control. Pioneer's Smart Sync is a step towards that, but it's limited, and many users say it's buggy or unintuitive. So if the goal is to have your navigation apps, messages, and voice assistants all seamlessly displayed and controlled on your stereo, this isn't your deck. Here's a joke to lighten the mood. Why don't stereos ever get lost? Because they always have good *sound direction. Unfortunately, the MVH-S322BT isn't quite the GPS of head units. Let's talk about installation and compatibility. This receiver fits most single-DIN dashboard slots, making it compatible with many vehicles. The wiring harness is straightforward for anyone comfortable with basic car stereo installation. But if you're a beginner or don't want to risk wiring mistakes, professional installation might be a safer bet. Otherwise, you risk blowing a fuse or worse. The unit comes with basic mounting hardware and a detachable faceplate, which, as I mentioned earlier, serves as an anti-theft feature but suffers from some build quality issues. Now, for users who love to charge devices on the go, the USB port doubles as a charging point for smartphones or MP3 players. That's useful to keep your devices powered, but expect only standard charging speeds, not fast charging, so you won't be powering up an iPad at record speed here. Also, the auxiliary input offers a reliable way to connect non-Bluetooth devices, which is a nice throwback feature for those clinging to older tech or wish to plug in their portable players. Here's a quick story that sums up a common user experience. One reviewer shared how the MVH-S322BT's Bluetooth worked perfectly for weeks, then suddenly became so unstable that calls kept dropping and music randomly skipped. They tried resetting the unit and reinstalling the app, but the problems persisted. Eventually, they replaced it with a head unit from a competitor and found the difference night and day. This tale is a cautionary note. Not everyone will face these woes, but the risk is real. So, who is this receiver really for? If you're someone who primarily listens to your music via USB or auxiliary inputs, values advanced audio decoding, and rides mostly solo without needing perfect, rock-solid Bluetooth calling, this might fit the bill. It's also worth considering if you want affordable Pioneer audio branding and don't need all the bells and whistles of modern smartphone integration. However, if crystal-clear Bluetooth, seamless app control, or premium sound quality ranks at the top of your list, keep searching. There are better options out there. Before we wrap up, here's another joke. What did the car stereo say to the Bluetooth headset? You complete me. But sometimes you disconnect me too often. If that sounds familiar, you're catching the drift. In summary, the Pioneer MVH-S322BT is a mixed bag. It offers solid basic features like media playback versatility, decent sound, and a competitive price point. Plus, the MIXTRAX feature adds a layer of fun to your playlists. But the less reliable Bluetooth performance, occasionally buggy software app, lack of advanced smartphone integration, and some tactile quality issues with the faceplate prevent it from being a clear winner. If you decide this stereo aligns with your budget and needs, you can definitely get a lot of value out of it. Just be prepared that it won't be flawless. On the other hand, if you want a more seamless and premium experience, consider investing a bit more in higher-end models that support Apple CarPlay or Android Auto with consistently stable Bluetooth and sound quality. Now, if you want to grab the Pioneer MVH-S322BT at the best price available, I've placed a link in the description below. Check it out, compare specs, and decide if it suits your ride. Either way, upgrading your car stereo can dramatically improve your driving experience, so don't hesitate to invest in a unit that keeps you connected, entertained, and safe on the road. Thanks for watching this honest review. Be sure to like and subscribe for more detailed product insights, and stay tuned for reviews on some of the best car stereos on the market. Safe driving, and may your tunes always be on point.